So far this year, we've had the beast from the east, the junior beast from the east, more rain than Noah could cope with, a mini heat wave, then yet more downpours. But if you want to know what's coming next, don't bother with the weather forecasters, just have a word with Stephen Barry. Stephen is track manager at Redcar, one of the Northeast's racecourses, and his job revolves around the vagaries of the English weather. Between April and November, I'm obsessed with the weather, he admits. I watch every TV forecast and I'm always checking online. Even the wife asks me if it's safe to put the washing out. Every year is challenging, but 2018 has been exceptional. In March alone, 82 millimeters of rain fell, compared to just 44 last year. Both of Redcar's first two meetings had to be cancelled due to the waterlogged course. This has been one of the worst starts to a season one can remember, says Stephen, who turned 50 in March by watching the wet weather seeping into his beloved Redcar turf. After those two false starts, the season at Redcar finally gets underway this coming Thursday, and Stephen can't wait to see the first runners come under starters' orders. It's been so frustrating, he says. Just when you think the weather's getting better, it's been back to square one. Remarkably, this is Stephen's 33rd season working at Redcar, and the job's in the blood. He was born and bred in Redcar, and his dad John, who passed away last year, was track manager from 1984 to 2004. Stephen started working for him in 1985, learning the intricacies of track management, and eventually taking over as the gaffer in 2007. Stephen's responsible for the day-to-day condition of the whole course, grass cutting, keeping daily temperature and rainfall records, irrigation, and keeping in touch with trainers who call to inquire about the going. He has a team of 5 full-time staff, including his brother Phil, and 3 seasonal lads, not just looking after the track but the parade ring, winner's enclosure, flower beds, and a much-admired fish pond. But by far the hardest part of the job is repairing the Redcar turf after hundreds of hoofs have thundered over it. The morning after racing, the unsung heroes of the racing game are out there from the crack of dawn, filling in divots. It can take up to 3 days, depending on how soft the going has been. If they don't do a professional job, the ground is left uneven, and that's unsafe for the horses competing at the next meeting. Stephen accepts that his job is a labor of love, saying, "I thrive on the build-up to racing and then getting to race day, knowing that everything possible has been done to get it right." Mind you, he's not so keen on having to do the garden at home, having been so immersed in the turf at work. It's a bit of a busman's holiday, he says. Highlights over his career include seeing Mark Johnston's legendary stair double trigger make a spectacular debut at Redcar in 1993, and Princess Anne riding her first winner as an amateur jockey at Redcar on Gulfland in 1986. The memories haven't faded, but the nature of Stephen's job means he's always having to look forward, and it's all systems go for Thursday's belated first meeting. "We can't wait to get going," he says. "You could say we're chomping at the bit."